Welcome to Kerr 9000's Horror House.
Okay, so this is my second video on the Halloween movie canon, and I will be talking about Halloween 2. The first Halloween was soon followed up by Halloween 2. But however, before I can talk about 2, I really need to talk about how the original Halloween was altered when it came to TV. Because it was altered in order to add a few facts that they wanted to slip into the canon before the sequel came out. So that's where we'll start. It was scenes added to the TV version of Halloween which introduced the twist that babysitter Laurie Strode was Myers' long-lost sister. So how and why did this come about? Well, in 1980, the television rights to Halloween were sold to NBC for $4 million, and apparently they wanted a few scenes to be censored to one degree or another. When Halloween appeared on television for the first time in October 1981, not only had bits been censored, but Carpenter had also filmed 12 minutes of additional material and inserted it into the movie. This stuff was filmed during the production of Halloween 2 and included a scene with Dr. Loomis at a hospital board review of Michael, and with Dr. Loomis talking to a 6-year-old Michael, telling him that even if he has the board fooled, he hasn't managed to fool him. Another scene featuring Dr. Loomis at Smith's Grove shows him examining Michael's abandoned cell just after his escape and seeing the word sister scratched into the door. The last scene added was one in which Linda comes over to Laurie's house to borrow a silk blouse before Laurie leaves to babysit, just as Annie telephones asking to borrow the same blouse. To be honest, as far as my memory goes, Laurie was always Michael's sister, so maybe the first ever version I saw must have been the altered one. Also, in my opinion, any version with more Dr. Loomis in it is a good version. As for me, he's quite simply the best thing about the Halloween films. Okay, so with that out of the way, Halloween 2 was basically, to the best of my knowledge, pretty much always considered to be part of the Halloween movie canon. With even Halloween H2O, the film which came along and ignored every other film after 2, considering the events of Halloween 2 to have all happened. So, when did this change? Well, Halloween 2018, or just Halloween as it's called, is actually the first film to ignore Halloween 2. In this new movie, nothing is canon apart from the first Halloween movie. Before the film released, it wasn't even clear which version of the original Halloween it was going to follow, which left me wondering whether Laurie and Michael would be brother and sister, or if he'd just be some random guy trying to kill her. Well, really, the modern Halloween 2018 is set after the TV version of Halloween. What a confusing mess these films are in some ways. Okay, so the film itself, to give it a quick review, it follows on straight after the events of the first film, where Michael Myers has been shot 6 times by Dr. Loomis. There's no sign of a body, so Loomis is convinced that he's still alive and will kill again. As Loomis and the police search for Myers, Strode is taken to the hospital for treatment. What we now have is a slasher film set in a hospital. I don't want to spoil everything that happens, but I will say that this film I don't think has quite the same scary atmosphere as the first one, and is a bit more of a kill count slasher sort of film. I don't think there's enough of Loomis in it, but then again, I would say that I love the guy. Overall, I'd call this film a little bit disappointing coming off the back of the first Halloween, but it's a decent enough horror film. Seriously, give it a try. Just don't expect quite the classic that the first one was. Okay, that's Kerr 9000 signing off, saying, keep on watching those scary movies, boys and ghouls. Laters, taters. Hi, and thanks for checking out my video and making it to the end. If you'd like to subscribe, there's a little thing down there. Yep, there. And you should also see some links to some other videos on the screen now. I make reviews of horror films, video games, sci-fi films, and all sorts of stuff. Or you can catch me on J Arcade. Okay, take care. Have a great day. Bye.